Welcome to Anime Reactions with KnightmareAlpha. Today we start a new show called Hybrid Heart Magias Academia Ataraxia. And holy fuck, why do half light novel adaptations be stupid ass long names? Is there a rule for that? I don't know. Okay, this show was planned from me because I actually like the production studio that makes them, so, well, let's try and see what happens. So, this show starts with basically a money shot. We see two characters, probably the main lead and some of the girls, making out with each other, going on second at base, I guess. And we see that while this is happening, another girl with huge ass titties fights some robot dudes, because that's what you do. They're also equipped with these techno thingies on their backs that look like they are rejected mecha designs. Well, that would be unfair. I actually like the designs of these suits. And yeah, after they finished making out, we see that somehow making out with a girl increases their power level. Because, well, that's a thing a scouter could not pick up, I guess. So after they're finished with that, they move out just to meet some other characters and getting attacked by more robots, and then one of the characters with the white hair starts to drag the main character back into the building and, well, wants to start out with him in a more, I say, effective way. It also seems to imply that these girls' suits run on erotic energy or something like that, if that is a thing now. Yeah, it is a thing now. We then cut basically to the opening scene, and after that is done, we are basically shown that this was not the way the show should start, but we're having a medias res scene where we have, you know, basically a money shot to show, yes, we have titties, yes, we have ass, and yes, we have padding. So, yeah. So now we're actually in the start of the episode, and it starts with, well, the main character is sitting in a train and having a flashback to his childhood where his mother says that he's useless, or that she has no use for him anymore. Well, it's always nice to see that abandonment issues are not gender specific. Shinji? Okay. He then reminisces of the fact that he was already on the school and arrives at the school campus. The school looks like, well, if Asterix City would not look stupid. It's actually looking quite nice, and it looks like it's built on the water again, because why wouldn't it be? That is perfect. I don't know why we have to isolate schools like this, but okay. So, he's there, and this is a military academy that trains people with tactics, military equipment, and stuff like that, and they're basically the last hope of humanity. Insert your own Tokyo Free joke here. The main character also meets the other girls, but only in a spread shot manner, meaning that they move by, but nothing else. The silver-haired girl is apparently missing, but that's not important. He talks to his sister, that's actually inducting him into the school. I think that's the right word. And while he's doing that, she hassles around and says that he's basically useless, but they have now a use for him and he should start running towards the headquarters. And apparently he thinks the headquarters in the outskirts of the city and not in the center of the city because he runs there. And it's implied that he actually was there before, so I guess he should know this, but nah, I don't mind. So he spots the silver-haired girl on what looks like what's called not important. Sees where she's looking to the ocean and sheds a single tear. Aw, touching. He then has a flashback that he might know this girl from his past experience here. Okay, so while this is happening, she realizes that she's watched by and approaches him. And they introduce themselves, and we already learned that the silver-haired girl, called Aini, is a snarky bastard, and and a nice queen, and I like her because she wants that the male worship her, and that she thinks the main character is a lower being. I'm pretty sure that's also completely true, but hey. So yeah, also the main character is called Kizuna. Okay, why is he called Kizuna? I'm not really sure. If I have my Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's knowledge right, Kizuna means bond. So is he meant to bond with all the girls? Yeah, it makes sense. Don't worry. But they don't have time for chit-chat because, well, the robot things attack. Yes, there is an alert, and, well, the robots attack. They're called Magitag. What is basically a catch-it-all term for magic combined with technology. I've seen this in multiple animes over all the time, and you know, it's simple, it's easy, and yeah. Yeah, Aini strips down, complaining about this, and the main character complaining about that, you know, blah 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 blah, and then transforms into her mecha form that's called a hybrid heart gear. May make it very apparent that it's called that way, but I think it's a nice idea, and the design for these things look actually quite decent, I think. Only the shoe parts is a little bit ridiculous, but I think shoes are not the main focus of that. She starts flying and fighting the things in a very crude manner, what I personally like, because fighting robots crude is basically best. Let's say my years with Evangelion have made this very clear. So, but she cannot win this fight, and the main character decides, Kizuna, I should refer to him as usual, starts running towards the middle of a city into what looks like a forest. Why would you build a forest on an island? I'm not sure, but nah, okay. So he runs there and watches how Aine fights the enemy, and she's quite good at it, but also quite crude. She uses normal weaponry that is very ineffective against the enemy, but she tries her best, so that's always nice. A tryhard. Also, I think she has a problem because every time she fights, it looks like she is not using the full capacity of her suit. Probably because she's not very good at it. I guess she has bonding issues because of her past. That's basically what my inner psychologist says. So, yeah, I think that's good. So yeah, he also meets the other girls who have transformed, but that's not really important. What's really important is the fact that Aini starts losing power, and, well, he has to transform in his own hybrid heart gear that he has, but promptly catches her and falls onto his ass. Well, basically onto her ass as well, but nah, not important. His sister calls him then and says that he should fondle her. No, really. She's not clear on what it does, but, well, he starts doing it anyway, and, well, while he's doing that and spreading her legs, yes, he nearly chokes on her pussy. No, really. I've seen people drowning in pussy, but I have never seen somebody actually being choked by a pussy. So, that's a new thing. Funny, I would say. They continue this shtick for a few minutes and give him a lot of money shots, or at least it should be money shots, but there is extreme censoring in this. Even worse than in the Testament of Sister New Devil, and this time it's not really funny. Not sure why this is though, maybe they gone a little bit overboard with the design, but not my problem here. They finish the process and Aini awakes and sees him, well, doing what he does best, fondling girls, punches him and crushes him into a tree. While that, she realizes that she feels light, and of course her power level has increased, and she transforms back and starts fighting again. This time destroying all the enemies in basically a flash. After that, well, she realizes that she did that, and that she's not sure why. And what did this strange dude do to her, and anyway, and that's the end of the episode. And, you know, that's a basic setup episode. After that, the ending and the preview is really short, but it's a nice illustration they put there, so I'm okay with that. So, what is this episode all about? I think a lot of introduction, but not a lot of exposition. It starts with the action and the money shots, And I think this is the biggest fault of the episode. It focuses too much on money shots and not enough on character. That's a downside, I would say. Especially the medias res scene at the start of the episode is pretty much stupid and nonsensical. It makes no friggin' sense to have it there if you want to make a continuous story. It also is a little bit stupid because it's probably going to be in episode 5 or 6 to be shown, because it looks like it's basically building up to an extreme power-up that should either be mid-season or end-season. Not sure about that, Dubo, but you know, my bet's on a mid-season thing. So, what's to say on opening and ending? I would say they are fine, serviceable, but nothing really striking or memorable. Also, there is a lot of CGI involved, at least in the opening scene, and I saw a lot of Silverlink's name popping up in the ending credits. Probably because they are responsible for some of the CGI in this, because this is a production IMS show, and I'm not sure why this is the case. I check it, but it's still the same, so I don't know. Don't worry, people, we got this. So, is this a worthwhile episode? I don't know. I think the character design alone sells it a little bit for me, but I like these kind of shows anyway. It's just sad that it's a little bit too much on the touchy side, and I mean touchy in the, grabby side, but okay. I will continue this show for you because I don't know what's going on, but I would still recommend you check it out. Never forget, the motto of this show is watch it before you judge it, and don't forget to call me an asshole in the comments. We see us next time!